Well, thank you for joining me for another Alex on Tech and Tech Advice on Live video interview. I'm here with Sam Winkler, the National Trading Manager for Samsung Electronics Australia, and we're here at the launch of Samsung's latest 2024 range of TVs. But instead of talking about TVs, we're going to talk about the frame. Now, this is a frame television, but as you would have seen at my videos at CES, and I will put a link, there's a frame that is a speaker for sound. So Sam, tell us all about it.
Absolutely, it's such an exciting proposition for us this year. And thank you for having me here as well.
Yeah.
So the music frame, such an exciting opportunity because with the Frame TV, you can see it right here. With the Frame TV, it was all about concealing your TV experience. Consumers didn't want the big black box on your wall.
I mean, it does look like a piece of art.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Which is the whole idea.
Yeah, exactly right.
And you can even change the bezels, right?
You can, yeah. You can have a white, you can have a light wood grain or a dark wood grain finish, and of course choose your own art piece inside. So you can just look like a piece of art.
And the art can change to be all the famous artworks.
Absolutely. We have our art store subscription.
I mean, that's been around for 3 or 4 years now.
Well, the frame, the first time we launched it was actually in 2017. Time has flown, but now it's actually one of our most popular selling TVs, even though it's part of our lifestyle range. Because consumers want a TV that does more, that's the frame.
And this was the TV that introduced the anti-glare technology that you now have on the OLED TV.
That's right, yes. It's very similar. It's slightly different implementation between the frame and OLED, but it's the same concept in terms of anti-glare and removing the glare from the experience.
Which means that if you've got the blinds open in the traditional Australian household, you can see just the artwork looking stunning, but also the television pictures looking stunning as well.
Yeah, great, absolutely. Yeah. The frame, you're 100% right. The anti-glare was all about making your art look more authentic, and we all have bright living rooms in Australia, and we all watch TV with some form of light in the room. But like you said, with OLED, you don't sacrifice any picture quality. You keep those deep OLED blacks where you would normally see the reflections, and get rid of that so you can actually experience them for the first time.
Yeah. Can we take one of these off the wall? Actually, there's one right
we
here.
have one right here. Even better.
So tell us about this frame. What makes this special and different?
Absolutely. So we mentioned about the Frame TV concealing your TV experience.
Yep.
One of the biggest pain points for Australian consumers when they buy a sound device is the design. It looks like a speaker, and that's not what they want. So this finally solves that pain point by giving you a speaker that does everything that you would expect from a speaker and more, while making it personal and customizable, so no one knows that it's a speaker.
So can it produce bass? Like, do you need a subwoofer?
Yeah, good question. Built into this product is actually 6 speakers, 2 tweeters, 2 mid-range speakers, and 2 woofers. So you get great overall sound quality, but they can also play together in different scenarios. So if you want to have more than one in different rooms for multi-room, you can have up to 5 through our SmartThings platform.
And do they all play the same thing, or can they be playing different things at the same time, or what's the deal there?
Good question, yeah. So you can have 5 through group play, which play the same thing, or individual things at the same time. You can also have them set up with your TV. So we have a few on either side on the wall, but you can have them in stereo for left and right sound.
Yeah.
You can have them as 2 rear speakers behind you, but also through Q Symphony, where it works with your TV speakers on all of our Samsung TV range.
Yeah. And you can also change the image in the front here to be whatever you want, so you can personalize it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's 2 ways you can personalize it, actually, and that's really important. That's what makes this different to any other speaker, is it doesn't look like a speaker. You can hide your audio.
I mean, you just think it's a photo frame.
You do, yeah,
Very fancy-looking photo frame.
If you've got this at home, no one's going to know where the sound's coming from. But to your point, though, how do you actually change it? So this front panel actually pops off, and you can actually adjust the image. Should we take it off?
Yeah, take it off.
Yeah. So if you hold it still for a moment,
I'm holding it still.
it actually just pops out like that.
Yeah. And there's the speaker grill.
That is a grill, but it's all been designed in an audio lab in California and tuned, so all of the sound escapes through these speaker grills on the outside, this fabric speaker. Now, if you actually pop out the back here...
Just put this down?
Yeah, for sure. If you actually pop open the back here, you can place your own art on the inside. We have taped it down just to make it
that is the
stationary.
image that says Music Zone.
That's right. So you can put your own art in here, your own personal family picture, or maybe you've been on holiday and then place it back in the front. We also have a deal with Marple.com where you can send off your own prints like you see on these walls here, obviously for a custom delivery, and they will give you your own art that you can put as a full panel on the front. So there's so many ways to play with this TV.
Has anybody asked you to make a little LCD display there so you can actually have like a baby frame TV
oh, you
just
bet.
for that?
You bet. Yeah, a lot of people have obviously looked at it and gone, is that a digital photo frame? And of course it's not. But that's the thing. When you have a physical photo frame, it means something more. When you go to the effort of printing an image to put in your art and your picture frame, it's something that's a lot more personal to you, and that's what this product is all about, while providing you with great sound quality.
Okay, well, let's go and have a look at some of the other TVs you've got launching today.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're now having a look at Samsung's first glare-free OLED television, the 95D. So how many inches is this one?
This is a 77-inch TV. Also comes in a 65-inch and 55-inch variant.
Sure. And we've got a simulated window there, because tell us about the anti-glare capabilities of this, which is the first OLED that you've had with this technology.
That's right. It's actually the industry's first, world first, certified OLED glare-free technology, which is pretty exciting for us, and that's in the S95D. Now, what this is all about is, again, fixing another Australian pain point, which is glare and reflections in the blacks on your TV. It's all good having a TV that has great blacks, unless you can't see them. This is where we fix that problem with our OLED certified glare-free technology.
Because otherwise, what you normally see is reflections of other people in the room. How was the anti-glare effect achieved?
Yeah, good question. So on this TV, across the front, we have a coating specially engineered. So it's not just a matte coating, specially engineered with small wedge shapes within the surface. So it's embossed and it scatters the light when it hits the display instead of deflecting it straight back towards the viewer. So when it captures and scatters that light, you don't see any clear reflections and glare on the screen, giving you great picture, great blacks without sacrificing on the picture.
And so, roughly speaking, what extra cost does that add? I mean, I realize it's different for each TV, but I mean, it's obviously not free.
Well, it's not free, but you know, Samsung, we are one of the biggest spenders in the world in terms of research and development. So we really truly believe that we want to have products that make a difference to consumers. So in terms of actually, extra cost, it's actually not really different to last year's S95C. You don't notice any big jumps in cost while still getting better technology.
So how long do you think it'll be, roughly speaking, before this technology is just on all of your TVs?
That's such a good question. Look, I wish I had a good answer for you. I just don't on that one, unfortunately.
But I mean, a few years, I would imagine.
Well, you would imagine so at least, right? But I think it was one of those things where we have to apply it to the right product as well. So you saw a version of it on the frame, slightly different implementation, but it really is right for OLED. And of course, this is the first time we're doing it. So we're excited to see where it goes.
And so what else do we need to know about your OLED TVs in 2024?
Yeah, good question. So we mentioned these are certified for OLED glare-free, but also they are the world's first Pantone certified OLED TVs, which means we are certified by Pantone for accuracy in terms of colors and skin tones. So you are getting a clear, natural, and accurate picture on our OLED, and it's only certified for Samsung.
Right. And so are these products on sale now, or are they coming in a few months? What's the deal?
They are on sale now. They are rolling out into all of your major retailers. So if you go into a store, highly likely right now, you can see our S90D and S95D OLED, but glare-free is only on the S95D.
Sure. So what's the difference between the 90 and 95? Is it just the glare?
Good question. So that is one major difference, absolutely. The certified OLED glare-free. Also, on the S95D over the S90, you have a slimmer design at 11.2 millimeters versus 39.9 millimeters. So it's almost 4 times slimmer, which is just stunning. Comes with the One Connect box to conceal all of your cables for a cleaner experience away from your TV. But also, it's brighter, so you're going to get better contrast in a bright room environment.
Sure. Well, we're being drowned out by audio over there. So let's go to the next one.
Thank you.
Okay, Sam, so this is the Odyssey OLED G9. It's like super wide. Tell us about this particular new monitor.
Yeah, absolutely. It is super wide at 49 inches, but it's also a 32:9 aspect ratio. Think about it this way. Your old 16:9 monitors, it's like 2 of those side by side, but with no bezel in the middle. So you're getting a super wide screen experience. But also, as you mentioned, it's OLED, so it brings our Samsung OLED technology into the monitor space on a big screen, but it's also high-level gaming. So we did mention earlier as well, it has 240 Hertz gaming refresh rate. So if you want to do gaming on this product, you can use any controller. Over 90% of controllers pair with it directly, Xbox, PlayStation, or third-party brands. Xbox Game Pass is built in as well. So all you need is a subscription and a controller. You can game on it as a casual gamer or a hardcore gamer.
And I guess watching anamorphic movies would be a new experience too. Right?
Oh, but yeah, absolutely, right? Yeah, you want wider and wider screens so it surrounds you. And being the right curved screen to match the human eye as well, it's more immersive and less eye strain.
No letterbox effect, I would assume.
No letterbox effect at all. You never need to worry. You got more risk of having letterbox on the sides rather than the top and the bottom.
That's it.
Yeah.
So this gaming bar, it's also on these particular TVs. Let me turn this around.
Absolutely.
You can tell us about these TVs here.
So over here we have the QN90D just behind me, and the QN85D here, which are the introduction to our Neo QLED 4K range. So these TVs are pretty exciting for us because they have some great technology, like quantum matrix technology, so you get great blacks, great contrast, high levels of brightness as well. You get full HDMI 2.1 support, so 120 Hz 4K gaming on all 4 HDMI ports. But if you go to the QN90, that's where we introduce 144 Hz gaming. So if you're more of a hardcore PC gamer and you want a bit better performance, like your higher level monitor performance, you can do that in the QN90D.
How do these differ from the OLED TVs?
So we have our Neo QLED TVs and OLED, and it's a good question. How do they differ? So OLED, of course, is your self-illuminating pixel. So you get great blacks while still getting great color, and things really pop. Now with Neo QLED, these can give you sometimes a wider range of features, but also higher levels of brightness. So if you have a really, really bright Australian living room, these could actually be the right TV for you. You also have up to 144 Hz gaming as well on the QN90D, so you get high-level gaming performance with an even brighter screen, perfect for Aussie living rooms.
Anything else that we need to know about the soundbars?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So I guess the great thing about our soundbars this year is all of the TVs in our range, when you pair it to one of our Q series soundbars, they have Q Symphony built in. So when you normally buy a soundbar and plug it into your TV, what happens to the TV speakers? They're muted. You never use them again. Whereas when you pair one of our Q series soundbars, it uses the soundbar and the TV speakers at the same time to elevate your sound experience. So you get more value out of buying a Samsung TV and soundbar together than anything else.
I noticed that on some TVs, if you have the audio up and the soundbar up, they're slightly out of sync.
Yeah.
So you won't get that with this.
No, you won't. Yeah, you're 100% right. It's all equalized. It's all level. You have no problems at all. It's all done automatically by the TV and the soundbar.
And these obviously have the game bar technology inside, so you can game without having a console.
Yeah, from the Q60 and above, we have Game Bar, where you can manually update and adjust all of your settings. And then we have the Samsung Gaming Hub built in, which gives you access to Xbox Game Pass and NVIDIA GeForce Now without the need for a console. So like we said, with the monitor, all you need is a controller and a subscription. You're ready to game anytime.
And last year I remember seeing like a version of Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Well, that's still in these as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So that technology has evolved into something we call our workspace, which is all inside our SmartThings platform as well. And you can still access, Office 365 with a subscription, so you can do everything from the comfort of your sofa with a mouse and a keyboard, and then transfer that mouse and keyboard to your PC and back again. So you can literally work from home without using your PC.
Well, Sam, all people have to do is go into their local stores to see all these new Samsung TVs. So thanks very much for your time.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.